Ladies, gentlemen, boys, and ghouls, welcome to another resounding night of Roll of the Dice. Where we last left off, our
Wait.
two.
There's something? We're forgetting.
Ca-
Sorry.
Can I do the recap first and not get interrupted, Sean?
Sorry.
Oh, uh-oh.
Fine, go ahead. Thank yous can wait till after recaps.
I didn't think we were
But
gonna
it's-
go stop, jumping right in, but it's my bad.
I was also. Sean, I was also on a roll.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry. We can wait. We can wait.
No, go ahead. You've already interrupted for it.
Yeah, sorry. Alright. So, sorry for the quick detour. One quick thank you to One Shot Questers for being our first ever donation for the stream. And sorry that it was 5 months late. Take it away.
I lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
He's gonna smite you down.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like next new character.
You know, you're in the perfect store to do that, too.
Alright, now to make a bard.
Bards are banned.
Tell me.
No, only I'm allowed to make bards. And you've yet to meet him. Anyways. Go ahead and do the recap, Sean, because I can't remember. I can't pick back up.
God damn it, Sean.
I'm sorry. I was excited. My bad. Okay, so where we left off. After the party's resounding defeat in the demi-plane. Not the demi-plane, the dread plane, my bad. The party.
Okay, so just to clear another whole lore thing up, dread planes are demi-planes. Demi-planes are not dread planes. Dread planes are just a specific distinction of a demi-plane that has a dread lord and is considered a prison.
And
It's like every toilet's a bucket, but not every bucket's a toilet. Sorry.
Yeah.
actually, yeah, weirdly enough.
That is exactly it.
God damn it.
And the party found themselves separated. Axel, falling through the sky, manages to catch himself with his wings before landing to the ground, with 2 fuds and a squirrel. One of the fuds was a book, and the other one was the squirrel, right?
Yes, the other was the Grimalkin.
Yeah.
Yes, Roscoe is a Grimalkin.
Before a new individual happened upon Axel, the Grimalkin, and the major defeat, where they went to the fabled convenience store. Right. I don't know if that was for me to stop talking.
What?
You were like this, so I'm like,
No, I was doing this entire time
ah.
while you were talking. I pulled my hands away separate because I was starting to type something.
Yeah. I saw like the one, I'm like, oh, does that mean he wants me to stop?
No, I wasn't even paying attention because I'm on a different screen of my computer right now. So you're the only one I can actually see right now.
Oh.
Because you're the one actively talking.
And now, Axel and the new bystander met a coffee-making automaton,
Clockwork Man.
Clockwork Man, a robot, along with wisps. One highly caffeinated, currently like zooming across the entire store.
I see what you did, Josh.
Yeah. And
God damn it!
finally, we got a thing asking if we want to meet the boss, and that was where we left off.
Off at the corner.
I'm just watching them. Like,
What's the
amazed.
translation? You got no bitches.
And you watch as one of them opens a door, slips inside, and Rivik, make me an acrobatics check.
15.
You fall out of the closet and don't land on your face.
Josh! Just fucking, like, on his tippy toe.
You got this like little orb thing with like one eye and like 3 tendrils in front of your face, just like.
Okay. Too much darkness. I swear to fucking God.
Axel, you could fully hear your friend falling, stumbling out of the convenience store.
I think primarily.
Door.
I'll say as he's stumbling, he's like, you know, there's the clinking of glasses and like the, you know, him trying to grab onto something and then the rattling of the fucking racks of where the candy is at or some shit.
Yeah, you're going to the liquor area, and then you have the little whispers be like.
Axel before this is just in a state of truly twilight, staring at his cup of coffee, having finished a cup and then filled another, and is just staring at it, waiting for the person he's supposed to be here to talk to. Just kind of still in trance, and then just hears this and goes, "Of fucking course." Yeah, that figures.
What?
For your own safety, don't touch anything that seems like it's edible. It probably isn't.
Axel, where the fuck am I?
Store.
Good fucking answer. Where the fuck am I?
The store.
What fucking store? What the fuck is this thing?
It slaps you.
A wisp. It's,
Yeah, Axel, you actually have never seen one of these before.
do
They're
I know
new.
what they are out of
No.
monster hunting shit? Or,
No.
Okay.
The Belnades don't even have them in the Monster Honey books.
Not a fucking clue. You're surviving. You know, last place we were in was abandon all hope, abandon all fucking sense here. If you ask questions, you're gonna get yourself killed.
I'm rolling insight on this shit. I'm gonna roll insight.
On,
Because now
If Axel's telling the
Roll.
truth, Axel is the most defeated he's ever been.
Just roll your persuasion. In the meantime, now the Wisp is having a conversation with another Wisp. Just been like,
That'll be a 17.
well, shit, I got a 15 total.
well, you fully know he is telling the truth. He also is completely defeated, so on and so forth.
There
He
is
iron.
Yeah.
So,
Rivik
you-
also does not know Tira is dead. She is missing.
Yeah, that's right. Because Rivik didn't look. At
It
me.
occurred
He was
behind
trying
you.
to- yeah, he was trying to fight off Celeborn, trying to kick his ass. But anyways.
Mhm.
All right, so we're at this store. Why the fuck are you drinking coffee then?
By the way, you also realize that he said the store, as in the one that he's referred to in the past.
Okay, now I'm putting two and two together. In character wise.
oh, it's coming together now.
By the way, you also hear kind of like this like groaning behind you.
I'm drinking coffee because it's free for employees.
I will turn around to see what this groaning is.
You see what looks like maybe a tiefling climbing out of a hammock. Just rubbing the back of his head, groaning as he's waking up.
Okay,
This is normal.
this is normal. Got out of a fucking black void of nothingness and up at the store. And how
You
the
can-
fuck is it that, you guys get out of this damn void and I'm stuck there for like another fucking day or two?
What void?
Yeah, fucking hitchhiker. Not a clue. I'm just finishing some things up.
Alright, is there something I can actually eat or something here?
There are things to eat here, just... I think the cereal is okay, the box cereal. Maybe expired, but it should be edible.
By the way, 7 more wisps of various colors just fly right past you, Alton, going into the convenience store, the like supply closet, helping the tiefling get up and do stuff there. It's like, by the way, one of them looks completely coked out of its mind, just like.
Yeah. There's granola bars at the front desk. Those are kind of sawdusty, but they'll do.
Is there anything sour here?
Rotten fruit.
I'm legally obligated to tell you that if you eat anything that's sour, a high likelihood is that your face will contort and it will never be normal again.
Oh god.
And hi, welcome to Quickie Mart, home of the... Wait, that's not where I'm working now.
Wait, hold hold the phone. Thank you, come again.
Thank you, go again.
God damn it.
No, I got fired there, that's right. I'm not there anymore.
They should be in this room.
Can you get out of the way of the door?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Rivik will just ask Soul.
The guy walks out and he's just walking, rubbing his head, letting out a little yawn as he walks to the front desk. And you walk to Askel. Asshole.
You walk the asshole. Yeah.
And he's sitting across from Axel. Yeah, the Axel and Asshole, the wood elf, right? I don't remember.
Didn't.
I don't. Well, one, I don't remember his name. Two, I slurred while I was trying to say Axel. And this is what's funnier.
So Rivik is now near Axel, right?
Fully next to the booth now.
Alright.
And you look like your changeling form, don't you?
Yeah.
You're hiding nothing to the world.
No, I'm not.
He's an ugly motherfucker, Alton. I mean, Sean.
Thanks.
Huh. All nature is beautiful.
That's hypocritical. No, it isn't.
God damn it.
And I'm legally allowed to say that because I'm God.
It's the dumb saying.
I'm legally allowed to deny God his beliefs.
It's the duality, you know? There has to be ugliness for beauty to even exist, you know?
Everything, beauty you're not.
There's your fucking wise answer. There's my wisdom set.
Alright, what do you all do now?
Hello, my name is Alden. You must be one of his, he points to Axel, his friends.
Axel's just staring at his coffee.
Yeah, no, sounds about right. Sounds about right. I'm Rivik. You probably talked about me, but he said as he points to Axel.
I think he may have said your name, but without a face to put the name to, it's hard to know who he's talking about, I guess.
But here I am, in the flesh.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
Same to you. Now,
Josh, can I roll an insight check on Rubik to see if he also is feeling as defeated as Axel?
Yeah, are you gonna try to hide how you're feeling, Alton?
what would I be rolling? Deception?
If you're trying to hide it, deception. If you're not, charisma.
Fuck it, I'll roll a deception.
Bitchin'.
Trying to hold it together.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
I'm not crying, you're crying. Don't worry about it.
I got a 24.
26.
Yeah, imagine.
You can see through the veil. Rivik, describe it for us. Because I ain't gonna put stuff in your characters' mouths.
Damn,
Ruvik's like holding,
Zaddy.
you know, a normal, I guess, poker face or some shit. Inside, he is feeling a bit of anger as to the fact that he
Fucking
tried to defeat Celeborn. He still ended up leaving and is now in possibly the Feywilds, is what he thinks, since he had answered Celeborn's question where he should go next.
Alright. You seem to be holding together pretty decently.
I guess you could say that.
Well, and I'll just start looking through his stuff and Rivik.
As you start looking through your stuff, you all hear the chime as the two double doors are swung open, and to Alton and Nick, this would be a relatively familiar. Tell me, have you guys actually physically met Vicky's patron?
I
mean,
probably
Nick
have.
has. I don't remember if I don't.
I don't think
Nope.
so.
No, right.
The
It
ol-
was
the only
when
other
Vicky
person
was on her
Sarah.
own. I'm sorry. There are so many things going on. Nick, you fully recognize this trench coat, and he is certainly doing far better holding it together than Axel. Now, I want all three of you to roll me an insight.
Insight?
Yes.
Natural 20.
16.
Okay. Give me a second.
Natural 20 for a 21.
Okay, not too bad, not too bad. A 22.
I'll be honest, I wish a nat 20 actually meant something here.
Oh.
But I'm gonna quickly get into it. It's one of those things too where there's only so much a nat 20 can do.
Yeah.
A nat 20 on insight of someone walking into a room. I mean, you get like slightly more than Mr. 22 over here. No, this guy, you can tell he, you know, this is him, Nick. Fully 100%, this is him, and you can fully tell he's not mad. He's not mad. Rivik, what did you roll?
16.
16. You can fully tell this guy, there's a weight to him, but he carries himself higher, almost to a stature higher than mortally possible, unless you had a giant ego. He's like, he carries himself like he's someone who will do a favor for you if you do a favor for him. He's someone that would completely hold you to it. There's also something, part of the pun, but devilish about his charm. Sean, you got everything I just described. To Alton. But you can tell that there's something more to him. You can tell he's not. He's something supernatural. More leaning towards the devilish inclination.
Yeah.
With your 21 and Nick, you're 22. I'm sorry, and Nick, you're nat 20, 21. You guys can also tell that the guy at the desk is not paying attention to anything at all and reading a book.
That's the tiefling, right?
What looks like he might be a tiefling. It's hard to be 100% sure because he's like a tiefling. He's not exactly a tiefling. He's not human, but he's not exactly human.
Okay.
He's something.
Tiefling is the closest thing that your mortal minds can understand. What do you all do as he starts approaching the booth?
Axel's sitting and waiting.
He came in saying that he's holding it a lot better than Axel.
Yes.
Okay. Rivik is gonna turn, a bit, not fully, just a bit, so that he can like catch him in eye view before he's having to walk up to the counter, I guess.
I'll
Did-
be just watching.
Did you at all see the cowl that he gave Vicky that Vicky never wore?
I don't think so, no.
God damn it! Why didn't she fucking wear this?
Colin's a monkey.
I had it fully designed too. It was gonna be something fun.
I don't even think it's added to his sheet.
I don't think we can even access the character sheet, can we?
We can access Vicky's.
Not Kina.
Yeah, I can access those.
Anyways.
Mhm.
Roll me a Charisma saving throw.
Who, me?
Alton.
Or let's think it'll be good. Was 3? 11.
You were suddenly you can suddenly feel a weight. You know the big bad energy Harmonious was giving off.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel that tenfolds as you take a glance at this guy. Like, Harmonious is a paladin of an archdevil. This is something along those lines, but heavier.
By 10-fold.
He stands in front of the booth. Axel, it's good to see you back on the material plane. He looks at Alden. And I don't. And then he turns immediately to Rivik, and I don't believe we've made ourselves acquainted. You are an associate of Vicky, and Axel here. Allow me to introduce myself. I was Vicky's benefactor. My name is Gorgoth, and it's a pleasure to meet you. He holds out his hand.
As like a handshake just.
For a handshake, yes.
Rivik will look at it and said, Rivik, and you will do the handshake, like a little bit skeptical, I guess.
He squeezes your hand very firmly. And then he lets go. Now, I've got a little bit of explaining to do, don't I?
I would think so, considering the fact that I'm in no idea where the hell I am, I guess. Besides what I'm guessing is the store.
You're at Axel's previous job. This is where Axel used to work before deciding to take a more monstrous route. Hunting the demons rather than waiting for them to come and buy coffee from you. By the way, Axel, he is not disappointed. He's not mad, he's not disappointed. None of those things.
Axel,
Um,
if he had enough energy, if there was enough fuel in the fire for him to be seething right now, he would be.
don't worry.
If there was anything
Gorgoth
left,
is used for you.
if there was anything left, he would have already walked over and hit him. But he's just sitting and he's sipping his coffee.
Now then, I guess a quick thing I should explain is I'm here to lend a little helping hand. To you two, not you. I don't know who the fuck you are. Referring to Alden.
Look, Mackie, if you want him.
Hello, my name is Alden. Nice to meet
Don't sell your soul to the devil. Don't say your name to demons, Scott.
I honestly don't remember asking. And I take offense to that. I am a archdevil, not a demon. And we work with deals, not stealing souls just by being told the name Axel.
He's
We
not
have
like
more
the
class
Fae.
than that. Now. And yeah, Sean, he just admitted to being an archdevil in front of a druid. Besides, I don't even care about druids. Clerics are more interesting to deal with.
Oh, good, I don't care about archdevils.
You know, we here reserve the right to refuse service, and I can fully tell you to get out, and you would have to get out.
Oh, so you can say those things about me, but I can't say them about you. Can I have a cash
Tends
tag
to
too,
be
don't
how-
you say?
Tends
Well,
to be how such stances of power work.
It also comes with being one of the partial
Yeah.
owners of this place.
Well, if you don't want people to talk to you that way, don't talk about people that way.
Well, I wasn't
You're-
specifically talking about you that way, and you're already on thin ice, so...
How?
Look into a demon, you're devil, archdevil. You're talking morals to lawful evil. Axel is just going to refill his cup.
While they're talking, Rivik is gonna look towards the door to see, like, is the door like the glass door?
It's like a wood frame with, like, big glass panes.
Okay. Can he see through the window?
Yes. Well, you could see if you get closer, it's kind of... The distance you are, it's kind of got, like, that glare. Because they're like those If you, they're like
Yeah, yeah. I know
well,
what you're
well,
talking about. It's got like the little design to it to where in order to see through it, you have to get closer.
yeah, because it's the two paints pushed together, and they kind of have like that half haze, so that one side you can't see in, but you can see out.
Yeah. Well, the general question really is just like, can I see any like color or anything just from at the outside, or is it like pitch black outside?
It's daytime. It's fully daytime.
Okay.
You can also tell that even inside, nothing is unsaturated. Everything has its full color.
Okay, cool.
I
I just
forgot to describe that because I described that last week.
No, it's fine. I wanted because I know he said material plane, but I want to make sure this is like if this is really material plane. No, just
Yeah,
can I see color? Can I
it's
see?
really the material plane.
Yeah.
You can actually feel through the glass pane you're standing by. You can feel the heat of the sun coming through the window. Something you haven't felt in
Carry
an
the one.
undetermined amount of time. I'm not going to tell you without making a check.
Carry the one undetermined amount of time.
As far as you know, it's 7 hairs to skin.
Rivik having to like feel the warmth of the sun coming through the glass pane will give a little bit of a sigh of like relief. He was like, all right, thank God we actually got actual fucking sunlight.
Anyways, after that rude interruption, we're going to make this very structured. I'm going to allow you all to ask you two, pointing at Alton, Rivik, and Axel. I'm going to allow you two to ask me questions. I will not ask for payment in return. However, I can end the questioning whenever I please.
Okay.
You both are welcome to take turns and go through the process.
Okay.
Do you want to flip a coin to see who goes first, or
No, I'll. I have to think of the question first. Axel, you go first.
Ixer.
one that's not a question but a statement? And I would require both the palimpsest and a magic jar you were given.
Yeah, it wasn't a question, it was just a demand. And he would slide them over to him.
He would take them and pocket them, and it's a demand you don't need to make, because as you know, she's one of my top people. I take care of them so long as they can keep up their end of the bargain.
And I'm good. I'm done here. I'll stay to entertain.
Okay. I guess now I'm the one with the only questions. All right. So, I guess the real question is, do you know for people that we were originally with, know where they may be at? Like Harmonious is another companion, I think, of ours, where he may have gone.
Now you see, Harmonious, I can't quite tell you. Not because I don't want to, it's because his patron and I, it's one of those situations where it's a hierarchical butting of heads, and she makes it where I can't see him, and I make it so that she can't see my warlocks and my paladins and clerics, and she does the same. It's one of those.
Anyone else that you could probably tell?
Jerry
Yes, sir.
is a wild card.
Okay.
Believe it or not, Jerry actually has a magic gem on him at all times that makes it not impossible, but nigh impossible for someone such as my stature to find him.
As he says magic gem, Rivik isn't going to say anything, but when he says magic gem, he's going to look at his gauntlets to see about the wind and earth gem that he had.
And yes, I fully noticed both the earth and wind gem you have on your gauntlets. they're also both fully intact and everything. They have the swirl and the tremor and all that.
Okay, so they still got the magic to them.
Yeah.
All right. And then he'll nod, and then he says, "All right. Anyone else we can know about?"
Tira's fully dead.
Fuck! I knew she was gonna do that. Okay.
Mayflowers.
Mayflowers, I think are
Who?
Mayflowers. I think are gone. Axel. Because I think that some of them died. The other two died with nearby Rivik, I think.
Rivik would have been around to see May die and Sarah die. The only one he wouldn't have been able to see die is Alexis, because Alexis died around the same time as Tira, and around that time, Rivik was in the next room.
Yeah, so Rivik's gonna speak. It's like, I think they're dead as well, Axel.
Axel's gonna get up. He's getting out of the booth.
Gorgoth is standing there, 7 foot tall, just standing next to the booth where Axel is now standing right beside him.
I'm going outside. Axel's going for a walk.
Now remember rule number 11, do not follow the screams of a wailing baby.
Axel kind of just like, it's like a sneer. It is the, are you having the audacity to tell the rules to me? And then he's just gonna keep walking.
Oh, by the way, rule that we have a new 25th rule. It's no longer don't worry, don't look the homeless man with moles in the eyes, in the moles. Now it's don't look at the burning skeleton in the eyes.
Gotcha. Push my way out.
Okay, I guess my next one is, since this is a material plane, what can you exactly tell me about this? Because this is, if you're telling us rules here, this is definitely not home world here.
No, this is fully material plane. You guys are back in Diamenter.
Okay, so we are back in home world. Okay.
Look, there's just certain places that there are rules that you don't have to follow them. They're more so of suggestions. They're like the rules of survival, like don't drink your piss, don't follow the screaming baby in the wild, don't trust the insect people, don't let the raccoons in the store, don't look the green ones in the eyes, you know.
Yeah, the general rulings.
Don't let squirrels obtain relics of power.
Yes, by the way, I need to talk to you about that one later. Your squirrel seems to be
Wielding a few relics of power.
We'll touch that one later. Roscoe's already outside, staring at the window at Gorgoth. But the way his height is that his eyes are barely above the size of the table, so his eyes are just like upwards.
Yeah, over the edge.
And he's on the outside, so he's on the other side of the pane.
Alright. Okay, we're back at homeworld. Some people dead, some people missing, some of them as a wild card. Harmonious is with his goddess patron.
Or he's somewhere else on the material plane.
Or somewhere else on the material. In other words, another wild card.
The gentleman the other gentleman, the tiefling, Roman, Infernal Blood, he is on a different side of the country, as is Krista.
Okay, at least we can know where they're at, and they're on another side of the country. God, travel. Okay. Fuck, what else is it that I need to know? What the fuck year is it? Where the
He would also put his hand on your shoulder, and Seketh is home.
Okay, I don't have to worry about Sacketh. Okay.
And as for how long you've all been gone, let's see. He would pull out a sheet of paper and writing utensil.
Oh, like you're doing.
Please don't tell me 100 years.
Oh, please. If it was 100 years, Sylvester would.
Be a fucking necrolich. Be a cyborg.
He'd probably be a Death Knight by this point.
He'd just be exactly the same, and that's the worst part.
He'd look exactly the same, but be considered a Death Knight.
I guess that's fair.
Let's see. Because 1 week was 3 weeks. Because then that. Then. It's been a little bit over a month and a half.
Okay.
And that little deal you made with your artificer, that alchemist, you don't need to worry about it. She's dead.
Deal with that.
So you got that spice pouch for free.
Okay. Alright, well, debts are paid, yada yada. Okay, Alright. I think I've recollected most of my thoughts here.
Oh, by the way, you guys also got a letter of You got fired by the black market people.
Not surprised for how long we've been gone.
It's more so they kind of got wind of what happened, and they needed to cut ties.
Oh well. I got my own problems to deal with too, I guess. But more importantly, I need to figure out what to do next.
Well, you guys can all go live your lives, or you guys can try to get stronger.
I like that second option, but I'm also going to tie with option number 3, continue figuring out some of my own personal problems.
But to do that, aren't you going to need to get stronger?
That's why number 2 is also tied with it.
By the way, the way his hood is, it's like with the changeling. It's kind of like dark and obscure, but you can feel him grim. And I can help you get a little stronger.
May I ask how?
Well, I can give you the first little tidbit of information for free.
But I'm guessing if to get more, I would have to do a favor in return. Is that how it will work?
Yes, we'd have to make a deal on something. But what I'm proposing is a schematic. So that you can make something that can harness the actual strengths of those little gems you've got there. Like akin to how Celeborn did. And I'm not gonna force you to make a history check, but the way he was harnessing it all through the short sword, like the igniting the blade to strike the steel defender, or the way the acid arrow whipped across it and he was able to fling it at you.
Yeah. Wouldn't hurt to have another ally, I guess. Alright.
Well, technically I was already your ally while Vicky was traveling with you.
That's true. Well, how about we get started with a little bit of information then?
I'll have to get a hold of it, so I can't quite give it to you at the moment.
No worries. I think we might be hanging around here a little while, or some.
Oh, it all depends on how Axel's feeling. Because Axel could only leave, and I don't know, get eaten by a anglerfish. But you never know.
Sometimes I feel like he is also a bit of a wild card. Hell, I guess I'm with a group of wild cards, aren't I?
You're all wild cards, even you. You're
He'll nod to
fully
that.
able to change the way you look.
He'll
You
nod.
originally had a warlock that was getting both their magic and jobs from me. And then you had a reckless cleric who didn't know her place. I'm pretty sure if I showed up and she was alive, she would have cast Guiding Bolt at me. And I'd have had to show you what I'm really capable of.
I don't want that. I'd rather stay alive.
Oh, I wouldn't have killed you, I'd have just killed her.
Okay.
Because you know what they say, equal rights, equal fights. And if you hit me with your left, I'm gonna hit you with my left, too.
Well, let me go see what Axel is doing. Hopefully he hasn't wandered off.
He's fully going to wander off. He's in a very dangerous place here. It might be a good idea to...
Axel's also in home turf.
He's also on home turf. It might be a good idea to let him blow off some steam.
Alright then.
Because if he had the energy, he would have punched me.
Guess I'll let him be then.
And I'd like to remind you that the first time I met him, I dragged him out. I pointed him in the direction to get out of hell. Now, it appears that I wasn't able to say everything that was needed to be said. But I will say this. While you were gone, the throne is a little different. You'll have to experience it for yourself.
What's a little different? I'm sorry?
The throne. The throne is a
throne.
little different, so there's a shift in the kingdom.
The throne's a little different. Okay.
It hasn't fully taken hold, but things may not be the exact same as when you left. And I do not have any knowledge of where he is. But I will keep an ear out if you all are ever interested.
Rivik will nod to it. Nod to him.
Yes. Now I'm going to make my leave, he says, walking, taking a quick turn to the rotisserie, taking one of the Tupperware containers and leaving. By the way, rule number 13, don't take anything from the rotisserie.
Like you are now.
Do as I say, not as I do, he says, vanishing, as the doors close behind him.
Rivik couldn't help but chuckle a bit for that.
Axel.
Yeah.
Roll me a d20. Alden, what do you
Yeah.
take from all of this? What do
I'm
you
kind-
do now?
I'm gonna have to get used to you calling his character name because that was similar to mine.
I wonder why.
I realized it after the fact. I named the character.
Bullshit.
God damn it, Sean!
No, because I legit looked up an Elvish name generator, and that's how I got my character's name.
That name's boring. No, I'm kidding.
My
17.
name is boring.
No, Alden is.
Sorry, go on.
But he doesn't. Ironically enough, he doesn't find this weird. Like what he just experienced. Like to him, this is like, oh, yeah, Why wouldn't there be a Archdevil talking
Well, the
shit?
Well, the Archdevil's not the weird thing. It's the wisps and the other stuff.
It's every single part of this.
A fucking robot.
Like to Alden, he thinks the wisps are from the Feywild. But yeah, like as I said, like Alden, he's probably doesn't find any of it weird, and he thinks like all of it is like, oh, okay, that's cool. But he's
I also asked you, what do you do?
getting to that.
Oh.
part.
Wait, with his 17 on my search, Axel's going for. He, for the first time, realized how bad they lost. And he's taking that in. I think everything he was feeling before just kind of weighs heavier. And all of those feelings, the aggression he needed to let out there, the needing something in his way to hit, all that feeling he had prior, it's just, there is nothing but this weight. There's not anger, there's not sadness, it is just loss. And I think he's walking, and I think he's mathing out, he's like a last to-do list, like, how far out are the Belnades? Well, let's give them my journal so they have the information on what Celeborn's capable of, and I'm gonna leave it in their fucking hands. It's just like trying to piece together anything.
While you're walking, you fully find two raccoons boxing each other. And off by the bushes, you actually see a whole bunch of red, and that gnome with the green hat.
Don't make eye contact. I'm going to say leave.
Roll intimidation with advantage.
Don't need advantage, that was a natural 20.
These things are fucking terrified. They just pissed in front of you to show submission as they scrunch down and dart into the forest.
I've been to Nom, you can't. These gnomes want to fuck with me today?
Oh no, the gnome's still there. The raccoons are the ones that ran.
Raccoon's gone.
The gnome just keeps staring where it's staring. Its blank gnomes stare as it protects the garden of existence.
Yep, he's just walking. I don't think he has a direction in mind. He's probably walking either up. I'll roll for it if you want. He's either up the path, further up the mountain, or down towards the town. He's walking. He picked a direction.
Roll me a d4.
D4.
1 will be the town,
Okay.
2 will be the second path, and 3 will be up the forest, and 4 will be my choice.
4.
You start walking into the forest. And while you're doing that, Rivik, Alden, Alton, Sean, what's going on?
Letting a few minutes pass, Rivik having to think a little bit, he decides to go ahead and go outside of the store to get some fresh air and look around.
Define fresh air as you walk outside, and even the air outside smells stale. It's not rancid, it's not sickly, it's stale. You're outside, and it's stale.
Let me rephrase that. Very would collect his thoughts, to think a little bit, then after a few minutes we'll go outside and collect some stale air.
Fucking stale air. You heard the GM, he said air don't work.
He said air don't work. We're on the fucking moon.
Somebody turn on the air conditioning outside.
Sorry, I'm not allowed to yet. I don't have a high enough level spell slot.
Oh yeah. By the way, it's also winter. It's also like coming into winter time, so like the leaves are falling off.
Fine.
It's warm, but it's also cool.
It's
But it's
warm,
not-
cool, stare, humid air.
It's a good thing that Rivik's got a wolf pelt cloak on that he's been carrying throughout this whole journey. It's got a little bit of burnt marks to it.
Puts on the wolf head.
Puts on the wolf head.
Rawr.
I just imagine like a cougar going rawr.
Stop!
I did this head motion. Thank you very much.
Rawr.
No primates. No monkeys.
God damn it.
Rawr.
No, he's rolling dice!
Anyways.
Kill me all and come back worse.
Oh no, I kill Alden. You're out of the campaign. I'm kidding.
3 strikes, you're out.
It hasn't been 3 yet.
Who
Strike
says
one was
they're
existing.
Strike one was existing.
That's fair.
So Rivik will go outside. Look
What are you?
around.
What are you
Uh,
truly thinking? What is on your mind?
Oh man. He's thinking to himself, well shit. We're finally back. But well shit. So much has happened and we are all spread out again. Axel's losing his shit probably.
Yeah.
Tira's fucking gone. There's that in the fucking God knows where. No.
There's that in the
No,
fucking
there's-
background.
Now there's a
That-
fucking baby crying.
God no. He listened to one of the rules. I ain't going to it.
An axe, and when he rolled inside an axe, he was like, shit, nah, he's serious.
Hey, I think there's a baby over here. Hey.
There goes a part-timer.
There goes the part time.
By the way, Nick, you don't hear this.
No, I know.
Fully, you hear the wah. Hey, there's a big. Ah! Kind of like the Wilhelm scream. Ah!
Oh god. Fucking hell, and I'm in an area that is God knows where.
God doesn't even know when. And I'm.
Fuck!
No, I'm kidding.
Not even God knows where we're at. But he also thinks about apparently of the robot that can hold the gem's power. He thinks another ally could be useful.
He never said robot. He said schematic.
Or schematic, sorry. About the schematic of holding the power. He's like, either another weapon or something will be helpful. But that's a waiting game, I think, isn't it? Either way, Rivik is just thinking, but he looks up and is like, thank God we got fucking sunlight now.
Do you roll me a luck check?
Oh fuck, is that just flat D20?
A flat D20.
Nah, you broke a rule. You looked directly into the sky. First,
I didn't
first
look
rule.
directly in the sky.
Look, enjoy the
You
sunlight.
look at
It's the first.
You look towards the sun. You looked
I didn't say
upwards.
He just wanted
No,
a taste.
No! Fuck, am I really?
You looked around. This isn't for convenience store. Just roll the D20.
5.
5.
That's on the die!
In your week, Dread Plane, you forgot what it felt like to look you can feel your eyes start to burn as you look closer towards the area of the light source. And then you look away and your eyes, they're like, you know when you look up with glasses on and they're not tinted? By the way, your eyes are also completely dilated still because they haven't adjusted.
Ah, fuck. Okay, ow, fuck, fuck!
Now there's sunlight!
Fuck! Headache!
Alden, you're sitting at the... And all you hear in this place is the... Ah! I forgot I skinned my hands.
Was that in character?
No.
Just the robot behind the or the tiefling behind the counter. Ah!
No, that was fully me. I don't know if you guys can see this. That's skinned,
Ooh.
and then that's also
It's
skinned.
like,
There's a full.
That was a
Chunk missing
that was a nut. That was not pain. You masochist.
That was a nut!
No,
You're a
it's the brains.
masochist.
Oh, man.
oh, God.
Nick, that sounded like a nut.
I also.
I know moans of pleasure
That's not a moan of pleasure.
from men. By proxy. By proxy, yeah. I was just a witness.
Sure.
I was just a witness.
It's Alden.
Alden just sits there, thinking about what he just heard, thinking about what he was told when he first met Axel.
I'm
And
staring at you from outside now because the other guy left.
I feel him staring at me, right?
Fully. No, you fully feel it. He is like dead ass, deadline, dead eyed. Or what he's focusing on.
Huh. Okay. Alden stands up and walks outside.
The scroll is gone, but you fully see Rivik rubbing his eyes.
I have a quick question for you.
Okay, you can ask while my eyes are burning here.
Who is Celeborn?
Oh god, okay. Where to start on this, asshole?
I heard your friend earlier mention him by name.
Yeah, so... Celeborn... was part of the, demiplane or whatever of where we were originally at. He ended up, I don't know what his whole game is, but like literally he is just one of the most charismatic assholes we have ever come across in a different world. At least in my opinion. I don't know what Axel thinks, but he ain't here. Anyways. Long story short, he's teleported himself to a Feywild before the whole demiplane collapsed.
I see. Well, Axel said that the world is now in danger because of this man.
Yeah, apparently him and Sylvester, I think his name, are working together. It looks like they're trying to collect key components of something, I don't know. All I know is that Celeborn's got like this phylactery going on that was from a lich or becoming lich. I don't know. He's got a phylactery. He can teleport to different worlds.
I see. And you guys are the only people who know of Celeborn and know of the danger he poses.
Well, apparently we also got 3 to 5 others that know about him.
Well, I was talking about your group.
Oh, yeah, no, our group, yeah. Our group is the only one that knows about it.
So that means you're the only ones pressed to stop him, right? If you even want. I'm not suggesting you need to. After, from what you guys are saying, you faced quite a defeat.
The feat it was.
But if he does pose a threat to the world as it is, do you think he needs to be stopped? Or do you think now that he's free from wherever he was, he's not a threat?
As long as he's not in this world right now, he ain't a threat. But the fact that he can world travel, who knows how long it'll be until he decides to show up in this world. So, to answer your question, yes, I think he's a threat.
My next question. Will you try to stop them?
I'll die trying if I have to.
Good. Because I believe fate brought all of us together.
And right now, fate's got us scattered all over the place.
Yes, well, I think I was supposed to meet you and your friend Axel to help you with this danger, to help rid it from this world.
Well, if you're here to help, then welcome.
Only if
You're
you
about-
will accept me. That is, I'm not wanting to force myself upon you nor your friends. But if you do accept my offer to help, then I will gladly do what I can to help.
I'll accept it, consider the fact we're gonna be needing more people anyways. Right now with us three, it's...
Us three.
Us three meaning, you know, me, you, and Axel.
Also,
We're gonna definitely need finding the others.
so about that killer. Okay, not that killer. That like that very staring squirrel. What's the story?
The very what?
The squirrel that stares very intently.
Oh, that fucking thing? I don't know. I'm full on here telling you, it's Axel's pet. I don't fucking know anything.
Oh. Okay. So I don't have to worry about it.
That hasn't bothered me.
Okay. Well, I should probably more properly introduce myself. My name is Alden Caron.
As you already heard my name, I'm Rivik.
Yes. You're also quite interesting.
Interesting how?
You know how rare it is to meet a changeling in their base form, the true skin, as they call it.
Yeah, it's very rare, because we blend in so well.
Yeah, so you're interesting because of that. I never experienced a changeling willingly being in their true skin unless it was after death. So it is a nice change of pace.
Just thought I'd be out of my comfort zone, I guess I should say.
Well,
Or,
whatever feels natural for you to be.
as for now, though, where the fuck did Axel go?
Would you like me to try to help look for it?
Yeah, probably best.
Okay.
Speaking of Axel. Axel. You stumble upon a very familiar comp. Far more dilapidated than the last time you were there, but the last time you were there was a few years ago. Before you left, you and Jerry left.
I begin to look around it.
You walk around it.
Think about all the graveyards that are out here, all the graves. Push. Once I've done a loose perimeter check, I walk inside.
You walk inside. The outside, its walls are cracked. There's a hole in one spot. You can see very obvious boar droppings. Some scratches, fallen parts, grown vines, moss, and the darker areas. And you go inside.
Yeah.
And it still looks like Jerry never cleaned the main compound.
Oh, of course you would.
Clothes still strewn about, just more weathered. A puddle in one spot. Off in the distance, you can hear a plop, plop, plop.
If it wasn't too long before I left, there was still stuff for his birthday party, right? Is any of that still there?
Are you taking alcohol?
Probably hiding shit for his birthday where he'd least expect it in his mess.
Knowing Jerry, he probably would have taken all of it with him.
I make my way to the bonfire that is very much inside his home, not outside it.
Yeah, you go to the center of the complex and you can see where where crudely the hole in the roof was made with the piling ashes. On the other side of where the bonfire would be made, you see the painting that Jerry has of him and all the other cultists.
Did Jerry once keep firewood here, or what did he have available for burning?
Roll me a history check.
That'll be a 13.
Jerry burned furniture.
Any furniture in here?
Only the stuff that wasn't flammable.
Just sit down in front of it.
You stare at
take-
the ashes.
Start taking off the armor.
You doing this has posed a very important question in my mind.
Yeah.
That I'm going to use Google for.
Okay. Yeah, not gonna ask the resident DM's guide.
This is a real world question type deal.
It's gonna take me like 15 minutes.
Leather barely burns. Okay. That's what I was curious about.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't gonna set my armor on fire.
No, I didn't think that, but you taking it off put that question in my head.
It's tempting. Take the time to take off my armor. I'm down to what is nearly a kind of like a work shirt, nearly like a button up, nearly like kind of a golf shirty vibe.
What's left of it?
What's left of it after all this time? Me in the glaive.
With that 13 history check, it's not related to the Jerry stuff, but one thought that comes to mind is that you could possibly gain solace is Seketh's home.
I don't think I was there for that information.
I thought you were there for that. I'm not
Yeah.
100% sure.
Yeah,
Things
I
happen.
left.
Okay, never mind. I'm sorry.
Sorry about that. Axel's just in a rut.
I know.
Yeah.
Axel leaves before I could give the little details I want to.
He's an explosive right now.
I could have completely sworn you were there for that.
It was we were told Tira was dead, and then I asked about the Mayflowers. You said they
And
were
I
dead,
asked-
and he got
Well,
them.
and he asked who, because he doesn't even know who the Mayflowers are.
Yeah. Yeah,
Archdevils and all are many things. All knowing is not one.
I take the armor off, I lay the glaive up, and I just kind of sit there. I think about some shitty parties that happened here maybe once or twice.
That was mostly just you, Jerry, the local constable, a part-timer,
The part-timers changed in and out sometimes.
and Piglet. Piglet, the male boar.
I think he just sits here. I'll snap some arrows to start a fire.
Going back to the other gentleman.
Yeah.
And Alden.
Alden casts locate creature.
What does that do?
I'll read it to you.
What's the better question? What's the range of it?
1,000 feet.
You ping nothing.
Who's he locating creature on?
It's Axel, correct? You
Bold
ping
of you to assume I'm a creature. I'm actually a construct, thank you.
Bold to assume he's within 1,000 feet. Fuck.
I was gonna say, could use it on Roscoe.
Doesn't ping anything either. You're just here.
Bold of you to assume he's still considered a creature.
Oh, that didn't work.
You know what happens when squirrels get relics of power.
I guess locate object. I'm looking for relics of power.
You find Roscoe. No.
Roscoe's hiding in the trees. Oh man. Oh man. All right.
Oh, well, that didn't work. So I guess we gotta do it the old-fashioned way.
Oh, looking for footsteps and all that.
Yep.
Wonderful.
But locate creature lasts for an hour, so.
I'll go ahead and I can roll survival, I guess. See if I
Go
can
ahead.
find something.
Roll survival.
Roll survival.
Hey, Sean, is this? I was gonna say is it with advantage, but never mind.
22.
Yeah, he's got it. I rolled a fucking
You
solid
find
roll.
tracks that are human, going around the storm and into the forest.
I found some tracks. Human.
All right, let's hope. All right, we got the right one. 'Cause God knows if this is right.
And, Alden begins to lead the way.
You begin leading the way.
Rivik is also gonna keep a lookout for like any indication of like Axel probably have hit anything along the way or any of his black feathers on the ground.
So that's just going to continue with the survival check. What was your survival check?
I can re-roll it if you want, but I got 7 total.
You're not doing too well with it.
No, I'm
You're not really finding too much. Is that Axel's feather? No, that's a raven's feather. Is that Axel's feather? No, that's a crow's.
Crow's feather. That's a fuck, man. On point.
God, we need to be players together again.
Fuck, dude.
Anyways, you all begin to walk. Eventually, you come to a pit. That the air is no longer stale. The air is now rancid, as you can hear the buzzing of flies.
Down in the pit.
Above the pit,
God, what the fuck died here?
Something.
I'm not investigating that. Alright. So Rivik's like, covering part of his eyes from the sunlight because of how sensitive they are.
at this point they're back to normal.
So,
Their eyes are the way they're supposed to be.
so like, is it like just like the tracks just like stop dead, or like the tracks like go around the pit?
You lost the tracks
How long ago?
when you got to the pit.
Thank you. Well, the tracks stop here.
Hmm. God damn it, Axel.
It's like, can I look down into the pit?
To the very top, humanoid corpses of varying degrees of decomposition.
How big is like how big's the pile?
Well, you can't tell for sure how deep the pit is, but the pit's good 40 feet in diameter.
And these are humanoid bodies in the pit.
They're humanoid. They're humanoid in shape.
I look to my mouse,
You look to your mouse.
and where is my thing? I have a thing I can do. Where is it? I know it's here. I use one of my chargers of Wild Shape to cast Find Familiar on the mouse and change him into a bird. It's the Wild Companion feature. And I believe with Find Familiar, I can look through the creature's eyes, right?
Oh, there it is. We're wondering what happened.
Hello.
You there?
Hello?
Sorry, my phone was connected to my earbuds. My internet shut the bed.
Oh gosh.
You turned it into a bird. Then what?
And then I send it down into the hall where I peer through the familiar's eyes. Like closer to one of the corpses at the top, just to get a better look at it.
It's someone you don't recognize.
But is it like human or
Well, the one you're currently looking at,
yes?
it's dwarvish.
Dwarvish? I'm gonna move the bird like a little bit next, like to the right towards like one of the other bodies. Is that also dwarvish or
Now it's human.
human?
Rebecca's as good as science. Like, why are we just looking at bodies?
Because there's a body of a dwarf, body of a human, and several uncalculable amount of other bodies.
I could see that, but why are we looking at bodies?
You look at a third body.
Yeah.
One of them looks human, but its eye is insectoid.
That's weird. And he calls the bird back to land on his shoulder as his eyes go back to where he's just able to see through his own eyes again.
Now you open your eyes.
I have a very bad feeling about this place.
I mean, I think I already knew that as soon as, you know, random shit is happening here. Anyway, whatever. Alright, well, let's continue finding Axel.
Well, the trail ended here, so we have to find the trail again.
You think it's on the other side of this giant pit?
Well, the pit is 40 feet wide, so we would have to travel a good distance to get to the other side.
So yes, he probably could have flown.
He can fly?
He's got wings.
Huh.
Very visible wings that you would have seen.
Ah.
He always has his wings out and he can't receive them.
Well, I just didn't remember if those were described to my new character or not.
Well, they shouldn't have had to have been described.
Nope. I'm gonna go check on the other side of the pit. See if I can find footprints or some shit.
Yeah, I'll do that as well.
And we'll head to the other side of the pit to see if we can find footprints.
Roll survival.
Sean, I'm giving you advantage.
Okay.
'Cause your survival's higher, I assume.
It's only a +4.
Oh shit, I have a +5 and I still rolled the 7. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna give it to you. What do you got?
So advantage, right?
Yep.
Okay, so my lowest on advantage was a 8. My highest on advantage was a 19.
Alright, so you find the footprints.
Here they are.
Alright.
Do you follow them?
Yes.
Not after that, Tom. That's kind of creepy, curry. Yeah, I follow them.
You once again begin to follow them. And as you go, time passes 5, 10, 15 minutes. Just as the spell is about to end, you get a ping as you walk up to a complex. It's old and dilapidated. Holes in it, moss growing, ivy all over it. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Okay.
What?
We're ending the session with them coming to outside of the compound.
Alright.
Thank you and have a lovely evening, gentlemen.
Thank y'all.
See ya.
Yeah.